Hello, everybody. This is me. Is that you? Yeah. This is Diane from Diane's Diamond Painting Journey. And how are y'all doing? This is going to be was going to be a whip and chat. WIP stands for work in progress, as this one is half done. This is Peridot, the Newfoundland pony, and it's part of the endangered species for 2023. It's done by Rose Prophet from Rose Prophet Creations. I'll link that down below. Yeah, I know I got a couple fingernails that's like cracked off. They needs to be fixed, but I'm busy diamond painting. I want to say hi to all my subscribers, old and new. Thank you. And if you're new here and you like this video, well, hit that like button. Even if you don't subscribe, you can still hit that like button and leave me a message. But if you really like the video, boing, you can hit that subscribe button. So like I said, now this was going to be a whip and chat. But it's now turned into It's Your It. I was tagged not once, but twice on the same day in some tag questions. I was tagged by Only Being Chris. She's got a great channel, really funny. And she does all diamond painting content on her channel. And organizational stuff too, yeah. And I was also tagged by Jeremy from JTMJ Crafts. I will say thank you for being polite. No, I don't mind actually. It was it's first time and second time I was ever tagged in any of all these tag questions have been going around. And I've been on the tubes now for 2 years, so I'm quite honored actually. Yeah. But just watch out, in the end, I'm going to tag not 3 people like I should. I'm tagging 6 because I was tagged twice. I'm going to get you. Excuse me. I take a sip of my drink. So I have these. See, I made notes. I have these 26 questions. And they first originated from Michaela Renee. Yeah. And they made the rounds on the Tubi. Yeah. On the YouTubes. So, instead of whipping, because I'm not going to be able to whip and answer these questions. So, you can just look at this beautiful Newfoundland pony. And that's where I'm from, Newfoundland, the island of Newfoundland in Canada. And there's only about like 200 or 300 Newfoundland ponies left now. God love them. And so this was one of her endangered species for this year. She did what? She did a set of 12 last year. They come at one a month. And you can sign up to get all 12, or you can buy the ones you want. So, of course, I had to have the Newfoundland pony. Yeah. So, let's see if I got anything to tell you. What have I got to tell you? Oh, I got something to tell you. My sissy and her husband and 2 of their friends are going to do a cruise at the end of September. And it happens to be over in Europe. So before they do their cruise, my sister Sherry and her husband are going to come here for 3 days and visit us. I haven't seen my sissy since last year when we were home for Mom's funeral. And it'll be so good to see the 2 of them. Yes, if brother-in-law even happens to listen to this with Sherry, I'll be happy to see you too. So I'm super excited over that. Super excited. I got no tales to tell you about good food and all that stuff because the last month we've eaten home. Yeah. Now we've had good food, but not that fancy restaurant stuff or birthday party stuff or whatnots, you know. Just your normal stuff. But it's, you know, still good food, right? Mm-hmm. And my stepson yesterday and one of his good friends, actually from high school, they've been hunting down apartments to move into around where they work, which is not technically that far away, but it's a lot easier to live where you work. And that's the city that actually all their friends and that go to party. And they found an apartment. So that's wonderful news. And actually tomorrow, this is Friday night now. Well, technically Saturday morning, but I haven't gone to bed yet, so it's still Friday night. We're going to go shopping with him and see if we can find some furniture and stuff and whatnots for his apartment, because they can move in on the 1st of August. And I believe this is the 15th of July. Oh my God, half the month is gone already. Next thing will be damn winter. And we've had like quite a bit of a heat wave. Not as bad now as they're getting in the southern states or in Italy and Greece. But because they're getting crazy heat. Some man's like over 40 Celsius. I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I can't deal with it when it reached here. We were getting 32. Anywhere from like 28 to 32 for like 3 weeks. And here, too, they have blinds on the window, but they're outside. And they're electronic. You turn the switch inside and you put them down. So, in the summertime, you really never know if anybody's home because the blinds are always down. You don't know if they're home or not because you can't see in. And the only way to get away from some of the heat is leave all the curtains closed all the time. Except now what we'll do is the living room window facing the road is that way. So we will open that one in early day. Then you close it at supper time. Then you go this way and open up the window, the curtains to the back window there that are facing the garden because the sun then is on this side of the house and the front. So it's like, it's just crazy, crazy, crazy. And what else? Have I got any other news? I became a Diamond Art Club affiliate. So I do have, look down below, I do have 2 affiliate codes and I think 2 customer codes, discount codes for different companies. So you always got to look down below on people's videos because you don't know what you're going to find. So, all right, let's get to it. It says, now I had to look this up. How many diamond paintings have you completed? So, and I'm trying to figure out, I always thought I started diamond painting in February 2019, but I'm thinking now it was February of 2020. Not sure. But I figured out that I've probably completed 111 kits. Now, from what I can figure, like 49 of them have been all legally licensed because, we all didn't find them before. And the rest have been like specials or kits like, people buy from Amazon or whatever. But now I bought from different sites over here. I don't think I ever bought anything from Amazon. Maybe not, but it was like we have one like wish.com, bullpoint.com, and some other, I don't know, budget friendly, but different companies over here. Until I found Diamond Art Club because somebody posted a Randall Spangler and I was like, gotta have it. So, then it says, how many diamond paintings do you currently have in your stash? Good God. So I went to the Gems Flow app. Then I said, no, that's not all of them. Looked in a box here. Yep, there was some more there. And then there's a bunch I had from Spell Queen in the beginning, and I don't have all them done. There's more down in another box. So I figured I have about 189 in my stash. Oh my God. Yeah. Now up to this point, this is number 43 for this year that I've completed. I've completed this year, what was it? 41 already. But I think 17 were just like this type of size kit. This is 60 by 85, or a little bit smaller. And the rest were all specials. 24 were specials. And it says now, question number 3, when did you begin diamond painting? So it was either February of 2019 or February 2020. Not quite sure. If you could only number 4, if you could only purchase from one diamond painting company for the rest of your life, who would you purchase from and why? Jeez. Everybody says the same thing, but that's a hard question. I'm going to say 2 companies. I can't pick between the 2 of them, all right? One would be Rose Profit Creations, and the other one would be Diamond Art Club. But the reason is the same. Because of the quality and the variety of their kits. Like, I've bought kits from other companies. They've been perfectly fine. Legally licensed companies. But I can only find like 2 or 3 on their site that I like. I'm not into these big-eyed girls. I'm not into these dark fantasies. I'm not into cartoon things unless it's Garfield. Sorry, all right. And, yeah, so it would be Rose Profit Creations and Diamond Art Club. Number 4, when diamond painting, what is your media to consume? Audiobooks, podcasts, YouTube, etc. Well, that will go between watching or listening to YouTube videos or watching TV. And number 6, what is your favorite category to diamond paint? Landscapes, fantasy, animals, etc. Now, animals, not normally, believe it or not. Not like in this setting. Like, I have some animals that have funny sayings and stuff on them. But some animals, not a lot of fantasy. No. Landscapes, I don't know, but it got to have... maybe like a lot of people. Like, I mean, I love Chuck Pinson and Dominic Davison for their landscapes, but then I like Mandy Manzano for the way she does up her art. Looks like stained glass. And then I love Rose for the way she does her work. You know what I mean? Like, some people's, I like to collect their work, but it got to be a certain type of work. Yes, yes, animals, yes, landscapes. And some are just, like, and landscapes could be ocean scenes, too, like water and fish and stuff like that. Randall Spangler's Draglings. I don't know if you want to call them fantasies or whatnot, but I don't think that's not the type of fantasy they mean. Anyway, I don't know what kind of answer that was, but there you got my answer. So number 7 is, what is the artist you have completed the most diamond paintings from? So I looked through my completed diamond paintings and my logbooks, yeah. So I completed 7 Randall Spanglers, and the next runner-up is 5 Mandy Manzanos. Number 8, what is the artist you own the most diamond paintings from? Yeah, okay. So that would be completed and not completed. It would be Randall Spangler. I have 30 not done, and I have 7 done. Can't help it. I love me some Draglings. What is your go-to wax when diamond painting? Well, when I do use wax, it's from Madwood Turning, the pen company, their beeswax. And that would only be in my single placer. Had to have a bit of my drink. But lately I've been trying to glue dots. And when I can keep them in my tip. Geez, sometimes out they come. Like that really a lot. But my big thing is putty. And I'll also sometimes use putty in my single placer. Because I find that they're great for, like, especially for ABs and stuff, right? But putty is great in a multi-placer because you can pick up the diamonds so easy. All right. Number 10. What do you do with your finished diamond paintings? Do you hang them? Do you hang them? No, I don't hang them. I might hang them up. Put them in a portfolio or something else. So, I do have some up on the wall. And when I put mine up, like, because this is a 60 by 85. If I'm putting this up on the wall, I mean, sorry, I'm not framing it. What I'll do is I'll cut the canvas away, but I'll leave the washi tape. See my thumb over here on the left? I'll leave the washi tape up as sort of a frame. And on the top of it, on the washi tape, now this one would take, say, 4 thumbtacks. I'll put 4 thumbtacks or whatever size, whatever I think it needs to hold up in the top. And then along the sides and the bottom, I'll put some like blue tack, white tack. We all call it poster putty, just to keep it on the wall, give it some more support. I do have like 2 or 3 framed that are smaller, but they're framed by myself. Now, so that means then, like on my small ones, my 30 by 40s, so that would be from budget-friendly companies mainly. They go in portfolio, and the rest are in a big box. Because I did buy an artist portfolio, an A1, to put all the big ones in. And I knew I would have to put it somewhere flat. But if I put it under our bed, we got 2 very nosy cats, hey. And I know they somehow destroy it because they'd want to see what was in it. So therefore, are those paintings in that artist portfolio I bought from Amazon? They are not. But hopefully one day maybe they will be. So, number 11. Do you like to open your kits right away, or do you keep them sealed until you're ready to work on them? I generally leave them alone until I go to work on them. And if they don't have any plastic on them, I know that I've already unboxed them on my channel. But and I don't know. It makes when I read the question now, it's like, how come I don't open them as soon as I get them? To have a look at them, just to look at them. But then, because I was buying diamond paintings before I started my channel, certainly, and probably I was buying diamond paintings a year from, like, legally licensed ones for a year before I started my channel. Yeah, I was. So, I mean, I got lots up there that nobody's ever seen. And I just didn't look at them until I don't unbox. I guess I want that wow factor when I unbox them, even if it's only me going to see them. I know, I'm crazy. Number 12. What is your number 1 unicorn kit that you currently do not own but would hope to one day? I've thought on that, boy, because even I've watched a whole bunch of people do these tag questions, and I don't know. I really, really, really don't know. Like, I've never said, like, oh my God, I'm going to die if I don't get that kit. Well, you know, I might have said, crap, I missed that kit, but I really don't know. Like, one that springs to mind was the mystery kit from Randall Spangler. I never got that. And, we'll never get it. And, when Diamond Art Club came out with that one day they ever sold Dean Russo, I had wished I had the money to buy all them because I love his work. I managed to get one of them in a swap. But as a particular kit, no. I might stop this video and say, crap, I could have said that, but right now, I don't know. So, it says number 13. What is the kit in your stash that you're most looking forward to working on? And I'm going to say one that I recently unboxed on the channel, and that's All Cats Do Go to Heaven by Mandy Manzano. And that one is in honor of my mother. And both my parents are gone. And so I'm most looking forward to doing that one. But I will have to have the courage to do that one. And I'm hoping next March or probably February. No, maybe March, because that's mine and Mom's birthdays are only three days apart. And so I'm hoping to do it then for her. And me too, I suppose, you know. Anywho, let's move right along, huh? Let's move right along. Number 14. Do you prefer confetti? Do you prefer confetti, color blocking, or a mix of both? Sweet Jesus. I hate color blocking. No, that's a lie. I just bull-faced lied to you. I freaking hate confetti. Hate it. But I do realize that you need confetti. All right? But I want a kit that's got a healthy mixture of both. Like this one here in particular. There's not well, right here maybe there was like a patch of color blocking. Maybe here and here. Some up in the ears. But in this one, there's more line blocking. Like here, you can get some lines done at one color. And in here, yeah. Same thing here, a little bit of blocking. So I prefer a kit. If I gotta have confetti, I prefer a kit where it's got both. Because I know you do have to have confetti to get details. Now, when I first started doing it, was like confetti was, what the heck am I doing here? I've grown up since then. Well, you know, in diamond painting terms, not really, because I'm never going to grow up. I'm being absolutely crazy here tonight, I think. A little bit of cray-cray, yeah. But, sorry for the coughs. But yeah, I do, I don't mind confetti if it's not crazy. Like, I have 2 Josephine walls upstairs from Diamond Painting Deutschland that I bought earlier on in my diamond painting days. Thinking, oh, well, I can do them. There's only 240 colors in it. Jeez. I'm telling you. Should have just locked me up that day. And, I don't know, one's got 240 and one's got 250. Was it? Your birth sign. One for me and one for the hubby. Anyway, I'm hoping the next year now that's crazy confetti, all right? So that's crazy. There's no hopes of ever using the multi-play service any more than a 2 or a 3 placer. So that one's going to drive me crazy. I'll definitely have to do another kit while I'm doing that, and it's going to take me a while to do it. All right, let's move on, hey? How do you pick which piece you want to work on next? Well, last year and the year before, I probably picked my pieces more because of events. And then maybe if I had the canvas done quicker than the event was lasting, I'd pick out something else that I wanted to do. This year, I picked out canvases that I wanted to do that happened to fit into events. Does that make sense? Because I was going to do all the same events that I did last year because I like doing them. I like the people that run the events. And of course, then I saw some different events this year, but I had I sort of had my canvases in mind because I went up one day and I was picking out, I didn't pick out a year's worth of canvases, but I picked out so many that I said, I'd like to do that one, and that one's there for a while. I'd like to do that one, and haven't done anything from this company, so I'd like to do that one. And then looked at the diamond painting events, and I sort of changed my mind on what events I was going to do and started with some new events. Like I'm doing one, and it's called 500 Drills of Summer, and it's from June, July, August. But there's no theme, all right? It's just whatever canvases you're doing, as long as you put a start photo there and whatnot. I mean, I'm up to, I think, 5 canvases for that event now, maybe 6. But there's no theme, so I was like, whatever I want to do. And I wanted to do it. Actually, Jeremy, who tagged me right now this month, is his Giddy Up event. So Giddy Up horses, yeah. And so I wanted to do this one from Rose, so I waited until this month to do it. And sometimes I might just look at a box and say, I'm doing you now. So I don't know if that explains it or not to you, but I can't. And sometimes as an artist, I say, well, geez, I haven't done a Rose in a while, or I haven't done a Mandy, or I haven't done a Randall, or, man, a long time since I've done a Chuck. I think I've only done one of Chuck's, and I got 5 or 6 up there. And I'm going to do one of them now. So it's not that. Sometimes it might not actually be the picture. It might be because I want to do that particular artist. And sometimes it's just a picture. So I know that's not really an answer, but it's the best one I can give you, boys. It's the best one I can give you. And now number 16 goes, what is your favorite season holiday to diamond paint from? I really don't know. I don't say Christmas because I only got 2 or 3 Christmas paintings. You don't need any more than that. So, but I do have some like winter ones. I don't know yet. I've done like, I think, 1 Halloween painting. I just like paintings with a lot of color. So I don't know if that would be like a summer autumn or spring summer autumn. I don't know. Or fall, whatever way you say it. But I mean, I'm not actually drawn to a season. I just paint. I like to do diamond paintings that are full of color, as this one is. So maybe these questions are not made for me. Number 17, do you work on one kit at a time or have multiple whips at once? I only have 2 whips, and they're absolutely killing me because I hate it. I usually do start a canvas and I finish a canvas. I don't want a whip. But I had to put one up this year that I was doing because it was just, even though it came from a supposedly good company, it had a lot of popping drills, and one I put away last year, which I think I'll probably finish this year, it was just really large, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. I worked on it for the month, and I gave up. So this month, though, I am working on 2 kits at one time. Like I've done 3 rows of this one already, because there was actually 4 different events, 2 for this canvas, 2 for the other canvas. And one is the Randall Spangler, and I always want to do the Randall Spangler events. And it just gives me another excuse to do a dragling painting. So what I did, though, they're both rounds, although this one's larger. This one's 60 by 85. I think the Randall is, I don't know, it's 51 by 69 or 56 by 69. So what I decided to do was I do a row of this one. I started this one first, it's larger. Then I did a row of the other one. Same thing. Then I went back to this, did a row of the other one. Maybe I did 4 sections instead of 3 because this is a smaller painting. Now I got 3 of this one done. No, now it's time to do another row of this one. So, but that's the first time I've ever done that. Is I'm a one painting person and do it and get it over with. I don't mean that way, but do it till it's finished and then move on to the next one. Neutral, number 18. Neutral, dark pieces are colorful pieces. Always colorful. I have done some that had like a dark in them, but you don't mind if there's dark in it as long as there's lots of color also. All right? It makes me happy. It makes me able to diamond paint quicker, which is not the reason why I'm doing a painting to do it quick and have it done with. But it just, when you got this happy vibe about a painting from the colors and maybe the content of the painting, it makes you just want to be at it every day and do it because you want to see it finished. Number 19. Large pieces or snack size pieces? Both. Now, it all depends what you mean by large. I do have some crazy ones upstairs, which I must have been, again, out of my mind when I bought them. But, I don't know. I think my biggest one is one of the Randalls again. It's a really long, tall one. But it's tall and skinny. I think it's like 130 centimeters by like 45 or something. And again, bought that early in my diamond painting career. And never realized how darn big it was. And I think the darn thing squares too. Because we all know round painting goes, canvas goes quicker because rounds are bigger in size. But I like snack size pieces too, whatever you call a snack size or I call a snack size. Like I think like a 50 by 50 is perfect. Snack size, because it gives you a nice picture depending on what the picture is. But like if I do these two, like 2 I got done or doing now, then I'll do a small one at the end of the month, because I'll have these done before the end of the month. I'll do a small one then just to get it out of me that there's, okay, now I can move on to a bigger one again. I like to change it up, right? So number 20 is do you place diamonds with tweezers or a pen? Well, if you watch my videos, you know it's pen. I've unboxed lots of them. But one day there, I don't know what I was doing last month, and it was a square. And one of the diamonds went squish, of course, so I got my tweezers out and picked it up and put it down right. It's the easiest way to do it instead of trying to turn it around with your single placer. And I went, I wonder can I place diamonds with tweezers? And I did actually place some with tweezers, but I didn't really enjoy it. It worked. Yes, it works, and I've seen people that do it, and I'm like amazed at it. And for them, they love doing it, but to me, it was more stressful, so no. Now, the next one is the biggest question in a diamond painting community. Number 21, squares or rounds? Earlier on, I bought squares, but I didn't really do them. I always did round paintings, the legally licensed ones I'm talking about now. And that was because in the days before that, when we all bought paintings that weren't legally licensed, because who knew the diff? And of course, you bought squares or rounds, just because you like the picture, the same thing I do now. And unless I find a company that you can have a choice like this one. I never did a legally licensed square for probably the first year I was diamond painting. And then I came along, I had one Josephine Wall from Diamond Art Club. And there was an event, and I went, oh my, I'd love to do that event. And it was a square, and I'm like, oh no. But then I found out that if you have a good company producing the squares, it's a whole different perspective. Because you don't have the popping drills. Yeah, you're going to have trash. Don't care what company you deal with. But my advice to anybody is that if you're listening to this now and you haven't done any illegally licensed kits and you're doing the other kits, you're not getting in. I don't care. That's up to you. What you do you, boo-boo. And I still do specials from budget-friendly companies. And but if you're going to buy, if you decide you want to try square drills, buy a small one from a legally licensed company and do it from there, because if you start it like I did, buying it from a non-legally licensed company and where the drill quality is not anywhere near the quality of a licensed company, you're going to hate square drills. All right, that's it. I'm getting off my high horse. Number 22. What's your favorite method for placing ABs? Putty in a multi-placer or a one-placer. Putty. I learned how to do it with wax first. I was actually doing it I was watching YouTube, and the channel I was watching, she said she's going to show us how to, she was doing her whip, but she's going to show you how to do place ABs. And I was having trouble with it. And then I found that, you got to have dirt, and you got to have dirty putty or dirty wax. And what I mean by that is, like, say this was ABs here, and this wasn't. We'll do that first and place your ABs last, because your putty or wax gets dirty from the drills. It will. And then you'll put your ABs down a lot easier. It won't stick to it so hard and take the coating off the AB. And what is your preferred method for sectioning off a canvas? Voila, washi tape. But I didn't used to do that. I used to just roll back the plastic and do the whole line strip, right? And then someone again on YouTube, because I didn't know YouTube was a thing when I first started diamond painting either. And when I saw someone actually sectioning it off, I'm going, oh, that's so silly. Why would you do that? Until I tried it. And I'm going, oh, that's why, because then you can just do this section and get more satisfaction because your section is done. Ta-da. All right. 24. Do you have any other crafty hobbies aside from diamond painting? Well, before I was doing diamond painting, I did a lot of loom knitting, Loom, on like a rectangular loom. It's got little posts coming up off it, or round looms. They're only plastic, and you got the posts, and you wind your stuff around and stitch that way. And I probably knit enough hats and scarves for this community. And I still got wool left to do, too. And back in the day, now I haven't done it in a long time, I used to do, I call it all cross stitch. Maybe it's embroidery. No, I don't think it's embroidery. It's more cross stitch. And I started doing the stamped cross stitch, and then I started with the real ones where you count it cross stitch. But I have a couple hanging on the wall that I brought me from home. And when I say brought for me from home, I'm from Newfoundland, Canada, but I'm now living in Belgium, for those that you don't know. And but I do have a couple of kits upstairs that I bought since I've been here, cross-stitch kits. But I don't know if my eyesight will let me do them anymore. But maybe one day I'll try. We'll see. Because I do diamond paint with my glasses off. That's why you haven't seen me like really do a whip with me diamond painting. Because I lower my chair that I'm on now, which I have up high to do the video. I lower it down so like that my arms, when you have your arms up shoulder length, up to shoulder height, I mean, my arms are actually up to shoulder height, so I don't have to, I don't have to get any strain on my arms, and then I don't have to really bend my back, so I don't end up with a bad back, and I have to diamond paint my glasses off. Like, I can't diamond paint from this height because I really can't see it. Well, I can see the symbols, but I'm going to tell you afterwards, they'd all be all over the place. So, that went off on a tangent, didn't it? Number 25, people. This is a very important question. Who do you tag in this video? I am going to tag. From being tagged by only being Chris, I'm going to tag 3 people. And that is channel Diana Loves Colors. Now, she does diamond painting. She does crafts. Like, she makes cards and ATC cards and all this stuff. I don't know what it is, but I love watching it. I am also going to tag number 2, Scrapping Sylvia. Now, she used to do, I think, more crafts, but now she does more diamond painting. Love her channel. And number 3 is The Creative Chris, which in life, we're real friends. We hung out together. We're both from Newfoundland. He's still back in Newfoundland. And now, only being Chris is a lady. The Creative Chris is a guy. So the Newfoundland pony means something to him, so I'm tagging him. So I'm just going to be real generous with tags. From being tagged in Jeremy's channel, JTMJ Crafts, I am tagging another Belgian creator called Lenka D, just a D. She got a wonderful channel. She diamond paints and she does miniatures. I am tagging Christopher Colassa. I think most of you in this community know Mr. Christopher. And I'm going to tag Diamonds Around You. That's Miss Vivian. Now, I've done it. Hey, yes. So, you 6 lucky people can do... Now, I'll put all the questions down below. And I'll put down who I was tagged from, the channels that I did tag, and all the questions. And you lucky 6 people can actually do this for yourself. Now, there is a bonus question. If you still have it, show us your very first diamond painting you ever completed. Yes, I still have it. And I knew where it was because it was framed. Now, it's right here behind me, so I hope the glare doesn't get it because it is actually framed. Let's see. It is a Christmas kitty. Now, how I got into diamond painting was my friends back home, or people our friends with on Facebook, were posting all these wonderful pictures of diamond paintings. And I'm like, what the heck is that? So where we went for groceries, where we still go for groceries, it's in a small building with a couple of more stores. And one of them is like school supplies, seasonal supplies, crafts, stuff like that. So in we went, and they had some diamond paintings by this company called Diamond Dots that I had no clue who it was. And I bought this. I found this little Christmas kitty that was on sale. And I was picking at another one, and hubby saw one with a lighthouse. And he said, look, that'll remind you of home. So I picked out the lighthouse, both partials. I can see placement isn't that well. But the ABs, I had no clue what to do with friggin' AB, man. And trying to get them on the on the canvas, because I didn't know you had to dirty up your wax and all this stuff. But that's my very first diamond painting. Framed and all. Gets hung up at Christmas time. See what I mean? Only gets hung up at Christmas time. So, I'm going to bid you adieu now. And tag your way with the 6 people I tagged. Thanks to Only Being Chris and Jeremy at JTMJ. I'll never say that right. Crass for tagging me. I appreciate it because actually this was fun to do. And we'll see you next time. And I hope you all enjoyed this, even though I went, a little bit off the topic sometimes. But Jesus, me, boys, me. What else am I going to do, right? Anyway, loves you all. Be good to each other. And we'll have to watch those other channels that I'll link down below just to see if they do their tag questions. Because if they don't, I'm going to give them a slap on the hand. Crazy. All right. First, I've got to give you a great big hug. And be kind to each other. Tell your family and friends you love them. Give everybody a big hug. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Loves you all.